down, it'll pop the menu up, and you can turn on post-processing.
Oh, God.
You can also turn off the chairs.
Turtle will never understand.
Okay.
Hello, over there.
Hello.
And we are live. So, obviously, first thing everyone's going to see is that there is a new name to the podcast. And that's because we sort of not a shit show as it was previously. It's getting way too good to be a shit show. So
Yeah.
we are now beyond pixels.
It's an organized shit show. I like it.
Yeah, it was the fuck it shit show because fuck it, I don't care. I didn't think we were gonna go for more than a couple of weeks, and here we are a month later, basically.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think Thursday will be 1 month.
I was worried it only last.
Pretty much, or close to. No,
one or two
no, it
times,
won't.
and then we're already.
This is episode 6.
We're third weekend.
Fuck. Yeah.
That's 3 weeks.
Third weekend.
3 weeks.
Yeah. So next week, next Thursday will be 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Once you hit episode 8.
Oh shit, I'm really tall. Okay.
Yeah. Well, episode 9 will be the. Anyway, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So today.
A mall is turtles.
We're talking about.
And that's also the camera.
Okay. Anyway. So. Again, as I've said before in prior episodes, one conversation at a time. Viewers, listeners, they can't tell what's happening if there's a side conversation going. So try to keep that to a minimum. I'll come smack you in the face if you're doing a side conversation and I'm trying to hear what someone else is saying.
You better start smacking him.
Now, if you have something. If you have something you want to say, just make it known. Like, hey, yo, let me talk. Just make yourself fucking known. You can interrupt people. Just don't be a dick about it. Obviously. Today we're talking about VR and military. So we have someone that is currently
in the
military.
Still, since 2017 and still currently, I'm still serving in the United States Marine Corps. So
there's a funny story about me meeting this man face to face and not realizing it until 3 weeks later.
There's a funny story. Yep.
We'll talk about that later. We also have Xavier over here, who I keep on forgetting was in the military in the past, long before VRChat.
Yes.
And then we have
09.
Oh wow!
Goddamn.
Then we have a couple people that are running a little late because military, they're busy, but they're coming anyway.
I got off work and then pumped the finish
Your
and
mouth
got here.
open because it's shocking that I'm that old. You don't have to do that.
But we
All
have.
I heard was all I heard was you got off, and that was it.
Selective here.
Anyways,
Damn.
Please
we have
rephrase what you just said. Okay, just leave it to the imagination. Got it.
Okay, let me keep going for a minute here. Come on.
Or he got off work, helped a friend, and then got on here.
Oh,
Hey,
he got off
twin,
work.
shut up.
Okay, all right, that makes better sense.
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway,
Got off at work. Yes.
let
That's
me
a good
continue
job,
then.
I can get off
So
at work.
we. Oh my fucking god! Why did I change the name of the podcast? Why?
You changed it while I was
We're
gone.
trying to get sponsors. You want that Coke sponsorship, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think Coke would go for a sponsorship
man.
with the Fuck It Shit Show. Anyway, let me continue on the intro type crap real quick. We have one person that just requested off me. They're going to be here. Pretty sure they told me they're in ROTC. They're going to be joining the military soon. And then we have one other person that is also in the military. I don't remember which branch, but they'll be joining as soon as they get a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
So we have.
So at least
I'd say
we have.
I'd say we have
military, current military, and going into military.
Yeah,
Crazy.
we're gonna have all three of those. Yeah, so it's 3 layers of it, and you're all in VRChat, so it's real cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, we can just hang around. Oh, and here he is. Someone wanna? Hey, Sobe, you wanna go direct him in here? Oh,
Well,
just got it.
Joe's going.
someone took my job.
I think the way we should do it is we should let the ROTC guy go first to see what his aspirations are, the current military, and what the military used to be.
I think I know how I'm gonna work this.
I think he's crashing.
Cause hello,
Okay.
welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, he's already crashed.
So
Yes,
you're
you
in what the fuck's it called? ROTC, right?
ROTC.
Yep. So you're in ROTC. Joe is in the Marines currently.
Okay.
That'd be me.
And Xavier over here was in the military years and years ago.
What branch?
Okay. Sounds cool.
Howdy. I was the good, amazing Air Force. Loved it.
Oh, the chair force. Lovely.
Yes,
Oh, there's gonna be a lot.
He was
There's-
doing his nails.
I mean, if you
Everyone
think
knows
about it,
gonna-
I was back in the times. You guys have got it easy now. I mean, like I would love to
I
write about
didn't.
that. You guys got like, I don't know
I
about
didn't get
that.
it
You're
easy.
talking about back from like, like 20, like, okay, so there was a big old Twin Tower situation, right? That's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the time I
Right.
went in.
Boom.
Yeah. So like everything kind of hit the fan. Okay, so there was a big old Twin Tower.
Mm.
While I was in, before I got out, there were lightning restrictions as I was leaving.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe cheer force, but it's a bit more hardcore than it is now.
Yeah,
That
I
I know
mean,
because I have sergeants that yell at you.
yeah, Marine Corps wise, yeah, it's still, at least when I first joined, it wasn't easy. And especially like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Marines
So what's
is
your rank
never
now?
gonna be
Am
easy.
I
That's
asking?
Yeah, Marines
that's
like
part
an
of the,
elite
that's part of the
force,
job.
What's your
Oh.
current rank? Because JJ's.
Well,
Yeah, what's
right
your
now
current
I am currently a sergeant, so E5.
Word.
Good job.
I'm put up on the board for staff, so we'll see.
Okay.
Hopefully I
E6.
get
Got you.
E6.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yo, good
Yep,
luck,
yep.
twin.
Oh, then Xavier, what rank?
Hopefully I don't get passed by. We'll see. This is my first time on the board, so
I got out E6.
You'll be fine, man.
E6.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
nice.
let's start off with this. All three of you,
Go for it.
what caused you to want to join the military?
I guess we go
You
right
can
to
go
left.
first, Joe.
Marine man. Yeah, Marine
Nah,
man
well,
first.
alright, honestly, it was more
Yours?
like it was more like family tradition and bringing it back to my family, because the last ones to serve in the military was my grandparents, like my grandfathers. Both of them are the last ones, so I decided to bring it back into the family lineage and that. So short and sweet, you know.
Interesting.
So I'm the opposite. I'm first generation American. My parents are from the Caribbean, so I have no prior service in the family at all. So I figured I love my country. I want to support it. I want to help, and I have a career I want to chase that involves like using the military as like a branch over kind of. So it helps with my career, helps me get fit, helps me support my country and serve it and save it. That's just love of country, I guess.
Okay. And Xavier.
I really like your guys' answer. Mine's very similar. There was like a call to action. It was like, around that time. It was recently we had the situation with the Twin Towers and stuff like that. So, and I was always like lived around military bases before then. So there was just an environment of people who just wanted to go in and kind of, change their lives in the first place. So yeah, kind of that, like family and the environment and all that.
Oh,
One second.
Nice. What job? We're just mostly going to talk about like
All right.
the military side of things to start out here. So what job?
Military side of things. So when I first entered the Marine Corps, I was a absolute ground pounding, opening up a can of whoop ass. I was an 0331, which is machine gunner.
English.
It's a machine gunner. So infantry.
He shot the
but
gun and go poo poo.
I shot the big gun, the machine gun. I shot machine guns. So I was a machine gunner. So and then After my first 3 years, I lap moved into what is a 3521, which is a diesel mechanic. So motor T, or what others like to call motor T.
And what? Fucking dying. Oh boy. What job are you going to be getting, or do you know that or anything?
So at least for ROTC, you're not guaranteed MOS. Like if you're enlisting, yes. If you're ROTC because a commissioned officer, no. But what I'm thinking about is 35 Alpha, 17 Alpha, or 25 Alpha, which is just like desk jobs, signal intel type deal.
Okay.
Very super secret stuff.
Ah, interesting.
All right, so just hop in and
There we go.
I had what I was called to tell people the bloodiest job in the military. I worked on teeth and dentistry. No joke. No fucking joke.
The bloodiest job. Fucking.
Wild, bro.
Every day I saw blood. Every single day.
Hell yeah.
So your position,
I have a feeling
I don't have
other
your position
jobs
was the bane.
When you get deployed, like you have your job that you do in the military, and then you have your deployed position. And those
Amen,
are two
brother.
completely different things. Yeah. So you may be working in like facilities, like feeding people food, or you're working in the gym. That's one of the gym instructors. That's your one side of your job. But when you're deployed, that's a different position entirely, and it's up to what's called for the mission, what you need to do there. So yeah, but my
Easy to
job,
branch.
dentistry.
Deployments
But
are an
autopsy would've
entirely
been when I'm
different
deployed.
beast. Been on 2 of
Didn't know
them.
that.
Technically 3.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, you know what? All three of you, this is pretty much just open grounds for the next bit until we get the other people in here. So, whatever you want to talk about, mention your experience in the military, any cool things you've done, any opportunities that have arisen from you being in the military.
Could I go first if you guys don't mind?
I got
Go for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a new cadet, cadet sergeant. Once I'm actually about to say DJ, cadet sergeant DJ, and I started literally today. And
Yeah?
the first thing I realized that leadership is usually pretty dumb. Like I love the guys; they're great people. Love the gentlemen, but leadership is just like insufferable, and I don't get it.
Joe,
Genuinely
you already
insufferable.
you thinking what I'm thinking. Like, that's not going to change.
It's not gonna
It's not gonna
change.
change ever. Oh no, I know it's
No,
never gonna
no,
change.
no.
Even when I'm a butter
But
bar,
the
it ain't gonna change.
Oh, Butterbar, I haven't heard that in a while. Okay, so
Oh man.
Eh,
Just don't get
yeah,
lost
I mean,
in the
officer.
woods.
I'll be fine. I'll be good at laying F. I'll be good at shooting. I'll lead my men. I'll be a good officer, right? I'll be a good officer when I commission. Until then, I'm gonna soak up the knowledge. But for now, yeah, leadership is abysmal. Like, bro, the class, right? So,
I know my
Joe,
fair
I'll
share
let you
of
go
that.
first. Yeah, you're in the mix. So you
I'll let
know
him
what's
finish. I'll let-
currently going on.
I mean, yeah, leadership is still hit or miss. You get those good leaders, you get those bad leaders, especially if you've been in as long as I've been. And I don't know how long you've been in for when you were in Xavion, but
I got out when I could.
Yeah,
Didn't like
I'm already on
working
my
on
second
team.
contract. Well, no, I'm on my third
No,
contract
I
now,
got
so
we got a baby and everything, so it just worked easier.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, fuck. What stories could I tell? I mean, obviously, been deployed, 2 combat deployments, 1 MEU, Marine Expeditionary Unit, if you didn't know what a MEU is. Shit, I mean, I've been an E4 and an E5 twice.
were you derank?
Okay.
Oh yeah. So
It happens. It happens. It happens.
Let me guess.
Whoa,
DUI.
what did you do?
Was it a DUI?
No. Let's just say
No.
second deployment. We're on a fob out in bumfuck Afghanistan. I'm not gonna say where I was. Kind of my Marines have been working all fucking day, right? So this is obviously like I was corporal, or like I wasn't a corporal, I was a sergeant at the time. And then one little captain decided, you know what? His Marines haven't been doing shit all day. Mine, we just got back from a patrol. We're fucking thirsty, hungry, and all that shit. I tell them to go get water. They come back to me. Captain's like, tell me that the captain said, yeah, nah, not until after my men get. So I confronted said captain, and
First mistake.
few choice words were exchanged, and then a few fists were exchanged, and
Jesus.
he lost. He lost that battle.
Damn.
But here's the thing: I wasn't the only one who got demoted. He also got demoted. So he became.
To first LT?
He got it worse than me. No, he got all the way back to second LT. He was a butterfly again.
Dude.
I only got deranked to corporal again, and then obviously
Well,
now I'm
you
a
can make that
sergeant
back up.
again.
Worth it.
Yeah, I'm a sergeant again.
Kinda.
So here we are.
Yeah.
That's probably like
did he
one of my
throw the first
funner.
punch?
Oh yeah, he did, and then I just dropped his ass.
That's why he
In
got
a
the
funny, in a funny way, like
I've learned here.
and like who's who's in what position, hearing the story out, and that's where that rank and who's supposed to be in control of the situation comes into value.
Yeah.
So unlike regular IRL life, which is it's so different.
That's true.
Everything's judged in this weird
Disable menu.
skew. So he's gonna get destroyed on it because they're gonna look at he's not upholding the values of the rank of his
The Marine
position.
Corps, yeah.
Meanwhile, they're not expecting much from the sergeant. Sergeant can throw hands. We're gonna knock him down. He's gonna come
I
right
threw
back
hands,
up.
bro. I threw hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I was doing it for my guys, so one thing you will learn, especially throughout your time I don't know what branch you're going in, but whatever branch you're going
Army.
into, it's a team effort, not a solo effort. Never try doing anything
Yeah.
alone. You're always gonna have a battle
Especially as
buddy
an
with you
officer.
at least. Yeah.
That too, yeah.
I wish I had someone current here that could to speak on the Air Force. I'm not sure how things have changed though, but for the Air Force, I would say when you're going through training, like basic training, not going to compare to the Marines. It's designed to be rough.
Oh yeah.
When I was going through basic for the Air Force, it's designed to make you the perfect fucking butler, like the cleanest OG in your life. You're doing push-ups and sit-ups and for days over getting in trouble for like little petty stuff. A crumb found near your bed. Oh, you were eating. Now you're in trouble. Destroy the entire bed, build it back up, and I want the seams perfect. I want right angles on all the corners. And for those who know, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Let's just say, better have that 45.
They will have you like. Oh, give me 1 second. Okay, with daughters and over here.
I was so I don't know which of you know this, but I was trying to join the Air Force about 3 years ago.
Oh, that was me.
But then I think I've told pretty much everyone here. But then I got bit by the tick and couldn't. But I passed MEPS, and I had to take the weirdest fucking test that I legally can't talk about.
Interesting.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and that test.
Really.
So tell us about it.
I can't. I can tell like what it was for. I don't understand what it was for actually, so I can't. But there's 3 jobs in the entire military. One of them's in the Marines. 2 of them are in the Air Force that require that test. I missed the job that I wanted by 1 fucking point. I was trying to be a programmer in the Air Force, and I missed it by 1 point. So instead, I was going to leave in December of that year to be a fucking mad scientist, as I was explained it. They couldn't tell me any fucking details about the job. They were just like, the guys that detect nukes that when Russia's testing nukes? Yeah, you'd be working with them. Like,
Was it classified?
Cool. Oh fuck yeah! It's so
Has to have been,
classified
yeah.
that you don't know what job you're getting really. You're just like, yeah,
Has anybody ever been
you're
through the
in the same
classification
group as these
process?
guys.
Oh.
Yeah,
no.
it's
Like,
there's
like,
special codes when it comes to the airports, at least, there's special codes for jobs that this is a grouping of jobs, and the actual job itself that you will get is classified.
Yeah, it's in like every
So,
branch. That's in like
I'd
every
never,
branch.
Yeah.
I would have never been able to tell anyone what I do. I'd just be like, mad scientist.
Well, yeah.
There
But,
you
you know,
go,
that
that's all you
kind
need.
of.
Well, yeah.
that all
So
got screwed over by me forgetting lines. So
that's not something new. I mean, just butting in here because from 1969 to 1971, my dad served in the military. He was in the army. I think he got to the rank of sergeant. I don't know which level of rank, but he served at a base in Germany. It was a nuclear base, and the base's code name was classified. My dad didn't even know the name of the base. He was never told it. So I don't know if that's like regular still to this day, or if it's just something that was just special to the time period.
Yeah, and a lot of it is like, it comes down to like obviously what your clearance is, and on top of it, it's like a need to know basis for deals.
Even so,
So you could be working on a base that's fucking classified that no one else knows about, and you don't even know what the name of it is. Yeah, like that instance per se. Like,
yes, yeah.
There's a lot of secrets that we have.
We have to though.
yeah, I'm
You know
sure
what,
there's
actually,
a lot
how
of
about
things
this?
that. I'm sure there's a lot of things you can't talk about, and I'm sure there's a lot of things you can't talk about. There's probably nothing that you can't. Yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Soon though.
You can't, not yet.
Man, I'm gonna branch the intel or signal.
It'll
That's all
happen. It'll
classified.
happen. What I was going to
He's
say
trying
is
to
like,
go
okay,
into
so
where it's all
military.
secret.
So when you first go in, I just thought I'd throw this out there. Maybe it's different than when I went in, but when I went in, I'm going to talk about gaming and how it relates. Because we kind of got like, in the VR, that's a big thing now. A good thing with AR and stuff like that. These were not around, but what was around was Call of Duty, Halo, Battlefield.
Yeah.
And they put out, and of course, the best versions of those games. I mean, it was all like the original stuff, like back in the day. That is what you saw as you went after you got out of the map center, and that's when they ship you out to where you go. After you finish basic, then you get your first like test base where you do your schooling, your AIT or stuff that. Yeah, and then when you go to like the little center where people can gather together, there's a huge arcade system there, like cabinets on cabinets, gaming PCs at the ready for you to use, and of course a coffee station because you got to stay caffeinated if you're gaming, and that's for soldiers.
Right.
Jesus.
What about the officers?
So.
Nah, we don't care about them.
They were on their own area, and I was over by the over at I can actually say this isn't secret squirrel stuff. I was over in the academy in Colorado. If anybody's seen like pictures of the academy, they have all this crazy stuff going on. The big pyramid church with that they go back, and there's and the what do you call it? The big shelter area behind the door. I've been inside there too, Cheyenne Mountain. So some cool shit. But yeah, how was I guess for you, Joe? This is for you. Was gaming? How does that relate to the military? Your experience, or was it kind of seen or pushed on you at all?
I mean, I don't know. It wasn't like. Obviously, I played a lot of Xbox before going into the military. But like when I first got into the military, I didn't really game too much. It was like I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it was, well, I mean, mainly like the first 2 years of me being in because I was a grunt, right? I just worked out, shot guns, and that was pretty much my fucking day. So, yeah, I mean,
I guess
it was until like what? You got it?
I found myself getting more into PC gaming when I got into the military. Then again, I was at the station where they did do like all the golf ball stuff like that you see with the satellites. You know, we were there. Something that's not a secret. I was one of the people you call, probably maybe some of the viewers that actually called in. I was the Santa Claus elf you called in for the NORAD Northcom, stuff like that. So a lot of computer stuff was kind of like was thrown at us. So I can see like PC gaming, and that's where I started from there. What I dropped was cable entirely. That's where cable dropped. There was just no real need for it. It was an extra purchase that you know, it just got in the way. But needing Wi-Fi or steal it from my neighbor who had it, that was just like mandatory.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I didn't really like. When I first got into the military, I didn't really game until I would go on YouTube a lot, and I would see like back in the old days of VRChat, like it just randomly popped up in my feed. Just randomly one day where I saw like it was a Foxy video, and that's what introduced me to VRChat, and then made me, you know, that's when I decided, that looks like fun, and so on, and like what, middle of 2018 was when I got a laptop, and that's when I started VRChat. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's a
Oh,
and then
are you going for the full fucking run to get the pension or whatever it's called?
After this contract, I'll be at 12 years, so I might as well do the next 8.
Might as well.
Not bad.
Also dependent on my Nah, I don't want to start from the bottom.
Fair enough. I don't blame you.
As much as I thought of it in my early days in the military, of going like getting commissioned and all that, but where I'm sitting now, it's not really worth me going all the way back to the bottom and being butter bar. When I could do just as much as an enlisted.
Like, I've never fully understood commission versus non-commissioned. I don't know what
so non-commissioned
that really
are
means.
all enlisted. So E1 to E9, so he's a sergeant. All sergeants, corporals, lance corporals, privates are all enlisted. They're kind of like the grunts, so to speak. More so the lower enlisted, like the privates and such. He's a NCO, non-commissioned officer. You're E5, you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's an NCO. So commissioned officers are all O1s to O10s. Well, wartime rank, but let's say O9 respectively. So Alia Butterbar, second LT, then first LT, captain, major, lieutenant colonel, and so on and so forth, general, right? All commissioned officers rank over every other like member, whether it's a warrant officer or an NCO or enlisted. So the moment I commission, he has to call me sir.
Yeah, I got an easier way to kind of explain it.
Yeah, I did.
So basically, there's officer and enlisted. Officers are above enlisted, but they start off at they're at the beginning for each one of them. So you still got to give respect for those who have tenure. But that's it in a short run. So if he's saying commissioned officer, he's enlisted, but that's the status that they have. So that'll be the simplest way to put it. This picture 2 bars. One's officer, he's above, and one's enlisted, and they're below. They have different positions for everyone.
Yeah,
do they do like the same jobs, or is there different jobs?
No.
Or what?
So officers are more like the brains of the operation. They do like
management,
the big old they're like thinking, I guess like management, the thinking, right? Enlisted, as he put it, we are like the ones that get the job done. We're like the ones that do the work. To like
the
make
people
that
who own
plan
McDonald's
come to
versus the people who run McDonald's.
Yeah.
So you're on the ground. You're on the ground floor, essentially. You're on the ground floor.
Yes.
Yeah, I would not be.
Pretty much.
I'd be on the base saying, "You go do that. You do this. You do that."
You'd be the one on the scaffolding, yeah. Just
Hey,
do this,
just
do
don't-
that.
just
with your
don't-
fingers.
Don't get on first sergeant or sergeant major's ass. They'll fuck you up.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes, they will.
I know that much. So speaking of which, funny story about RTC. Even as a cadet, we outrank every enlisted. We're like a mini warrant officer. It's really weird. Like, if I go to the sergeant right now, he has to call me Mr. Cadet technically, because I outrank him. He could be E9. Doesn't matter.
Well, I mean,
that's really weird.
To
I
be
can't say
fair
one
with
way
you,
Yeah,
to be fair with
there's
you,
look at how life
being in the
works.
military, technically being a civilian. Oh, well, there goes- technically being a civilian outranks me.
I mean,
Yeah, so
I
call
know,
sir.
Oh,
I haven't
Oh,
done
sure.
shit. Like, I'm a new cadet,
Hmm.
and technically I rank you entirely, and you, and that's really weird. It's cool because I don't know rank, but it feels weird because I haven't done anything yet.
Think about it this.
Mhm.
Think about it this way. Technically, the military, not you right now, but the military does own you. If you get a sunburn, you probably heard this before. You can get written up for it because you're damaging military property.
I
This is
love it.
absolutely true.
It is
This is
true.
absolutely true. Yes.
true.
If you get a sunburn, you will get written up for damaging military property. When I
Yep.
was
Yeah.
working in dental and I actually did dental appointments, if you didn't come to my appointment because you were damaged military
military's not for
property and
white
weren't
people
properly
confirmed.
maintaining it, you can get written up by not coming to your dental appointment.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
What
It's
if
a
you
different
lose a
type of
Yeah,
Why
it's
is
leg?
silly.
that a thing? Hold on. Why
Well,
is
I
that
mean,
a
that is
thing?
hilarious.
Because
In
once you sign
peacetime.
that dotted line,
You
Like
make it
John
a badge
Uncle
for
Sam.
if you're doing if you
Uncle
Damn.
Sam owns
if you did
you.
your job, yeah, you may get actually a reward for it. Or if you did something stupid, then you don't.
You're the government's bitch, and the government's our
Yeah.
bitch. No, it's a
Yeah.
democracy, right? So,
Kinda, yeah.
You're giving me.
No. Not when you're in. Not when you're in. You are owned.
no, that's what I'm saying.
I am
You're the government's
currently
bitch.
owned by Uncle
When-
Sam.
Yeah, you're the government's bitch,
Yeah.
and the government is the people's bitch. So
Mm-hmm.
you're my
It's
bitch's
supposed to be.
Basically,
bitch.
yeah.
I'm your bitch's bitch.
Yo.
Essentially. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
He's not wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not wrong. But
I mean, but then you gotta think of one thing. You do get to hold guns in places that they wish they
If you
could.
hurt yourself in some way, damage military property, even though it's just you. Your
Have
body.
you gotten to shoot Giggle Switch?
I've gotten to shoot a lot of things, man.
Oh yeah,
Can't
you
even
said you
begin to tell
fucking
you.
ran the big motherfuckers, right? Yeah.
Mr. Marine
So
Corps.
you
Yeah.
shot things that didn't
I-
even have the switch to make it giggle, didn't you?
All right, what's your favorite gun? I have to know. What's your favorite gun?
All right.
big guns.
Believe it or not, it's the M240 Bravo. It's a 308 machine gun. I don't know. I just love that fucking machine gun. Yes, there's obviously the fucking M2 Browning. There's the Mark 19. M2 Browning being the 50 cal machine gun. Mark 19 being the grenade launcher machine gun.
I'm gonna have a funny answer for this question.
What?
The most
A grenade launcher machine gun?
It's a machine gun that
What?
shoots 40 mics, 40 millimeter grenades.
Jesus.
It's a Mark 19.
40 mic
You'll
mics
never
is
leave
crazy.
home without it.
You
my
can chop a
God.
tree in half
So-
with that real easy.
So essentially, here's what the
don't
Mark
need to
19
run.
is. You see that direction? What direction?
You blew the direction.
No longer there. It's no longer there.
Fuck
It's,
everything
You see
over
that
there.
person? What person?
I mean,
There,
They were red
there,
seas for
there.
clouds.
You guys stay silent.
I've
Why
shot
the fuck?
so many
Hell.
weapons, bro. Like I've shot like everything from like Law, Schmoz, an RPG. The most expensive thing I've ever shot, which is a javelin. That's a $200,000 rocket alone.
So,
Holy shit!
do you? Why? What?
Yeah, a singular shot of a javelin is $200,000.
That's more
Your
than
tax
just
money at
most
work, buddy.
people make in a year.
See that Lamborghini? I've shot something more
Oh, yeah,
expensive than
yeah.
that Lamborghini.
Jesus. Oh no! You shot a
Hey, man,
Lamborghini
military.
with something more expensive than a Lamborghini.
And I hit a truck with it.
Obliterate the fucking.
Damn.
You hit a truck with a Lamborghini.
Basically, it comes down to if you fuck up and miss a shot, you just wasted 200 grand right there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
But yeah. Favorite
Welcome.
240
Hey,
Bravo.
hey,
I
Oh,
love
my
that gun.
social.
Hello.
I can know where to sit.
My
we could squeeze in.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Pick a spot.
No, it's fine.
Oh, you're good, man.
We know you're the government's bitch. We literally just went over how military is the government's bitch, and the government is the people's bitch, which makes you
And we're
my bitch's bitch.
The bitch of the. So, okay, it's not even that honestly, because I will say that I'm Army. Yes, sir. Army as
There
well.
we
Let's
go.
go. Okay.
DJ
So, hey, I will say
Smooth
this
is
though.
going into the Army,
The government
currently
has
zero
started to
TC.
become
Yeah,
no
RT.
longer the people's bitch. It is becoming that the people are the government's bitch now.
Oh, I know,
Yeah,
but it's
that's
still
fair.
funny because that's how it's supposed to be, at least. In
That's
a
how it's supposed to be, but it's
democracy, you
not.
control the government, the
It's pissing me
government controls the
off.
military. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep that out of this conversation.
yeah.
So
So cheer force over here.
now
I'm just
let's
gonna admit
get
it
up
now.
to
I can sit on
Hoorah.
this. I can sit on this.
let's
There you go. First-
You got
Let's
cheer
sitting on my
force,
lap.
you got
you can
got
sit to my left now.
hoorah, and then you got oorah. Let's get it.
Okay, so
Am I-
since you
am
were
I-
late though,
yeah.
let's
Yes.
catch back up on
Dude, we make
Hello.
the government controls the
Yeah.
military.
Idiots.
Talk with them about
Wait,
so-
wait,
all
y'all.
the time. We're like who ready to lead the way for the fuck of it?
Y'all didn't finish. He's the only one that actually told me his favorite gun. I want to know your favorite guns.
Yeah,
What's your
yeah.
favorite gun?
Yeah, I do too.
Wait,
That's-
Favorite
wait,
thing
who are you
you've
talking
shot?
to?
I'm just a cadet. I haven't shot
Favorite
yet.
gun
Yo.
you have shot?
Ooh,
Okay,
my favorite gun I've ever
favorite
shot.
gun, Xavier.
When
Yeah,
you were
you go.
serving, the favorite
I
gun you
don't
shot.
know. I can't see.
240 Bravo or the Mark 19 grenade launcher.
Hey, 240 baby.
Automatic,
Brother,
fully
son,
automatic
mother.
belt-fed grenade launcher. That shit was fun.
Mark 19s are fun. Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
I'm
That
starting to see
is the
the
best gun. I swear.
Launch a machine gun. Be like,
Hey,
hey,
I'm just gonna answer this for the
From the
lulz.
machine gunner's world, bro. Don't get me wrong. It's
Xavier's got his
the
answer.
fucking the Browning, them two Brownings, fun. You just can't go wrong with an M240 Bravo. You just can't go wrong with it.
You really can't. You really can't because
It's a
it's
heavy
more
bitch,
maneuverable.
right?
You can. I mean, you
Yeah,
can carry it. I
like-
mean, you have to hip fire it, but it's so fun.
I've shoulder fired that thing. It's fucking.
Dude, imagine
None of
sending
them have had
like
this
a
gun.
belt-fed rounds of 7.62 down your enemy with a 200-round magazine. Dude, that shit is
yeah.
fucking awesome. Oh my god.
And it's heavy as fuck too. Like the weapon system
It's
alone
heavy.
is
Oh
like a
god,
30-pound
no,
weapon
it's
system.
it's easy 15 pounds without the box mag. It's easy 15 pounds without
like-
the box mag.
Yeah, it's the weight adds up.
I'll say this: my first year in the military, I was a PV2. I was a little fucking mosquito wings motherfucker, and we had to do a 2-mile ruck with full kit, with a 45-pound rucksack, and I had a 240 Bravo M4 and an M9 Beretta 9mm. Now this was before they implemented the
That sucked.
M17s. Now my 240 Bravo strap broke on the ruck, so I had to carry it with all biceps the entire way while carrying
That's
an
when you just throw
M4
it
and
over
an
your
M9
shoulders.
and my 45-pound ruck and my 45-pound fucking vest and my helmet. It was so fucking bad.
That's when you just throw it over your shoulders, using your rucksack as a little support of it thing, and just there you go. Over just carrying it like
Okay,
that.
I fucked up. Okay, I didn't even think about that. I just carried this up, bitch. I just carried it, and then I died. I was dead by the time we got to the place that we were supposed to go for chow. Yeah, we had to run 2 miles just to go to chow.
So,
Jesus.
Xavier, what was your
I was a
favorite
Marine.
got?
We had to do a lot like that. We had to do a
All
lot
right,
of
here
shit.
we go.
Dude, it was
So-
rough, man. I
Keep
fucking.
in mind, this is RPG. We got a tank. We and then we got we call it, I guess, whatever attack or DPS we have on the other side, and I will be the healer. So my favorite gun was the Amalgam Carrier double init restorative healing packet dental algorithm. It was a device meant to put in the feeling inside your tooth. I didn't use much of a gun because I'm usually the guy who's meant to heal you and strap you back up. So I didn't do too much shooting.
Damn, he's not like our corpsman. You know what our corpsman's favorite thing is? The silver bullet.
The silver bullet.
That's disgusting. Why is that his favorite thing?
Man.
He's a fucking pervert.
No.
What?
Dude.
It's for
I
me.
need-
I'm just like,
uh,
I leave
I need a
now.
little bit of context.
So-
He's a
obviously-
goddamn pervert. That's his favorite
Obviously,
fucking thing.
obviously, those two know what the silver bullet is. So, for those of you who don't know what a silver bullet is, it is literally like a silver fucking metal little fucking rod. If you're a heat casualty, you're taking it up the ass.
Oh God!
Good luck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
That
so
shit
I
was real
will
fucking
say
quick.
this. I have heat catted before. I was in
I
Poland
have
at the
not
time.
yet. Close.
Now it wasn't to the point of silver bullet, thank God. But I did heat cat on like a 7. Well, that was like a 5-mile ruck. It was pretty far, and we had to carry like a generators and all kind of shit with us. And we were doing it, and I heat catted like right at the end because it was so hot. Well, actually, it was snowing, but I had too much shit on, so I
Man
heat
is
catted.
layered up.
Yeah, it was
You
layered
gotta
up,
be
and
uncomfortably cold. That's how you get
yeah,
through
it
the...
sucks. So what happened was I passed out. I had to get carried to the infirmary, and then they put 2 IV bags into me. Two IV bags into me. I passed out when they put the needle in because I was just so out of it. I passed
Dude,
out.
I'll tell you what, those IV bags though.
Oh, they hit you.
different
They hit you good, man. It feels good.
Because
Hi, baby.
me being a Marine, November 10th, 1775, the birthday of the Marine Corps. We celebrate that every single fucking year. It's my second birthday. Yeah. Let's just say we get shit faced, and those IV bags, they hit different. I'll tell you what.
Oh, dude, they will fix you right up after getting fucking just completely drunk.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. That's where all our tax dollars go, to getting drunk motherfuckers
Getting
over
drunk motherfuckers getting
Hey.
except with
Hey,
IV bags. Fuck
listen.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey. This is true. But when you want that place to be Swiss cheese, you just send my Marine Corps. We're good.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
bottle
true.
of vodka to go with it, right?
I will say this. I will be more than happy to scout out those. I will be. Okay, I'm military police, so I scout out those supply routes before the supply routes get to you guys. So more than happy to let you guys do that shit. I will stay in the back and do scouting missions all day.
Man, I will tell.
Okay,
I
so
will tell you.
let's-
The scariest thing ever is breaching a fucking.
Oh
building.
hell yeah, dude! The first man always dies. The first man always
I
dies
did
in
that
breaching.
with a 240.
Ooh, must have been fun,
You
Panda.
breach with a 240, you
Make the
fucking
whole building
maniac!
Swiss cheese.
Wait, were you? Wait! Wait! Were you the point
Yeah,
man,
cheese
or
things.
were you in the back?
Oh, I was in the middle. They had me in the middle.
Okay, it's not too bad. I was like, if you're a point man breaching with a 240, you getting shot, hands down. You getting shot. If you don't get shot, it's because you were spraying the entire.
It is weird.
Nice job.
Hey, I don't know what the fuck I just clicked. So the reason why you would want to be shot is because you sprayed the entire room that you're clearing, just spraying it down with all your fucking rounds, just entering that goddamn room. That's the only reason why you didn't die.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
So, back on some of the topics we talked about before you got in here. What made you decide to join the military, and what is your job?
Okay. So what let me fix my mirror. Yeah.
There's a mirror.
Okay, so- Yeah, it's over there though. It's a weird position. So the reason I joined the military was because I've always kind of wanted to do it. My grandfather was a part of it. My great-grandfather was a part of it. My dad never did it because he wasn't drafted like those two. I feel like, I'll do it. And I looked into it. I played a lot of Call of Duty as a kid. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I can do this all my entire life.
Hey, yeah.
And then I got out, and then I didn't get out. Like I came out of basic, and I came out out of like a year's worth of serving. And combat is way different, man. Call of Duty and Battlefield, they don't. It's not real, man.
What was it like?
Yeah.
Not fun. I will say that straight
It's
up.
not. No,
fun.
it is.
It fucking sucks.
Well, yeah, it's combat.
It sucks. It's a lot of waiting around and just waiting for to get shot at. Really, you're sitting there waiting to get shot at. That's all it really is.
Imagine the most terrifying cutting. Imagine you're cutting the grass, but it's terrifying as shit. That's about the closest I can think that you, without any experience, would understanding. You're being fired at, but you have to mow the grass.
Yeah, you're cutting grass, but you have a gun to your head at all times. You know, it's like that's
yes. You have a mission to do. You have to get it done.
A rabid dog
but
is
you
chasing you down.
Well, okay, I was So I was in Lithuania, like a few months, actually last year, and I was talking to this E7. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I was." Cause he was infantry, right? And he was like, "Oh yeah, I was sitting there in my guard tower, and I was like a E3 PB, as like a private first class, and these motherfuckers are shooting at us, and they were telling us not to fire back, regardless." I was like, "What the fuck? Why aren't you firing back?" And like, just weren't telling us to fire back. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, there was a bullet that hit my 240 Bravo and bounced off and almost killed me, and we still couldn't fire back." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then a day later, like a fucking colonel or somebody came up and checked on everyone. It's like, "Oh, what's going on?" It's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he took the colonel. He's like, "Hey, colonel, sir, let me bring you up to why you weren't telling us to fucking fire back." Because this was the man that was telling him not to fire back.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Oh no, it's the other base. They're firing and we can't shoot back." No, he brought the colonel up. Said, "Hey, this is where I got fucking shot at. The bullet bounced off my fucking gun. You kept telling us not to fucking fire. This motherfucker that was shooting at me was at that bush 50 meters away, and you're telling me not to fucking fire my gun at him." We have these. I swear, we have some of the stupidest people in the fucking world leading our military.
That's where you're going, DJ.
I think that story explained that cutting the grass way better.
Actually, no,
than
because I'm gonna be
yes.
intel. That's all at the desk.
Here's the difference between Army and Marine Corps. So
I would lose my mind.
Generally, officer route, from what I know of, most officers start out as an infantry officer in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, it's not the same for the Army.
You are about 95%.
I have a lot of MPs that
guaranteed to be an infantry officer before you actually.
I want to say MPs are pretty close to infantry though.
Yeah, they tried getting me. They were like, "Go to Marine OCS, it's really cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, not for me, sorry. I love the military, but I'm not a Marine. Just not in me. I'm not that raw. I'd love to be, but it's just not me. Prefer the Army instead. Army's very easy to get into. They'll teach you things, show you how what works, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, more my speed.
Ooh, how old were each of you when you joined?
17.
Or I guess in your case,
17. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I was 18.
17.
So actually, originally I had a battle of joining the military. Actually, all my fault, really.
Oh no.
So I was 17. I got in and I broke my arm in half that year of my last year of high school, and I couldn't join because of it. So I had to wait a year and a half just to get a waiver from a lieutenant colonel. Said, "Hey, this motherfucker's able to join, even with his fucking cyborg arm shit I got going on now." I have metal and screws and pins and shit all up in my arm. I'm still able to be in the military. It's crazy.
If I was to join now,
goes through TSA.
I'd have to get a fucking waiver because of the limes. That's some fun shit.
Yeah. Wait, Lyme disease makes you have to have a waiver? That's ridiculous.
When it affects your heart. When it affects your heart, anything that affects your heart
does. Okay.
When it comes to that, if anything related to serious illnesses will disqualify you.
Basically, if you were hospitalized in the last 10 years for something related to your... Oh, yeah.
Hey, Turtle. I had I never disclosed it to MEPS, though.
Oh, Turtle. Actually, I have a perfect avatar for you, by the way.
Oh, well, I didn't have the choice of not telling them because I had passed MEPS and was signing for my fucking job. And a week later, I'm in the fucking hospital for 10 days with fucking wires running in my neck to keep me alive.
At that point,
So my recruiter was one of the few people that came and saw me while I was in the fucking hospital. He brought me a bunch of snacks. That was awesome.
I'm glad you actually brought that up. I'm glad Vampy brought that up earlier because he said you can't join because if you have any mental deficiencies. So back in this was right out of high school, 2006. I tried to join, and I went to my local recruiter. He says, "All right, let's sit you down." And the first question he asked me was, "Do you have any mental deficiencies?" And I said, "Yeah, I suffer from attention deficit hyperactive disorder, or ADHD. I've been medicated on it for several years, but I'm getting much better." He says, "I'm sorry, that disqualifies you right away." Like, he wouldn't let me join. He wouldn't let me sign the paperwork, nothing. He just told me, no, get out.
Wow. It's not so much now. You can get in with that now.
You did you dirty.
Back
I also
when
have
you
that
tried joining,
too.
yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can waiver for it. Easy waiver.
Well, because if they
You can
tested
fucking
me,
waiver
if they
damn near
actually
anything now,
ran me
'cause
through psychological anything
Oh,
like
yeah,
that,
pretty
and
much.
that
Even
popped
autism.
up, I mean, pretty much.
You can waiver autism.
Just give the autistic fucks machine guns and say go.
Yes,
Have fun.
What is Intel? Intel and Signal and Cyber is all autism. We wouldn't have the Air Force.
I can be trusted with
cyber
heavy
without
machinery
autists.
and weapons.
No.
I'm hearing no. You can't be trusted with that shit.
I can be trusted with heavy artillery.
Okay, so
Hey,
so now let's really get into the topics
millions of dollars worth of
on
equipment.
why.
Wait, one of you
Let's
said I
really
got
get
done
in on
dirty.
this now.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Zav
What?
said I got
Game
done
faces,
dirty.
guys.
No, I was saying okay for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because so who's going? So no, you go, Turtle. I mean, you got something.
Okay. No, I was gonna go on to the next topic point that I want to touch on.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Hey.
so
Real quick.
since we're all currently in VR, ranging from well, PC VR to full body, I
going
guess.
in and retired.
I have it too. I just don't. I'm lazy.
Now,
I don't use it.
Full
Obviously,
body.
back when Xavier was in VRChat and VR didn't exist.
Sorry.
But now, so how you'll have a much greater perspective on this than most, I would think, because you started playing VRChat after you joined. How long were you in before you played VRChat?
I was going on 2 years.
Okay,
When I
so
started
how were
VRChat.
those first 2 years different, and did VRChat make it easier and better, and is that part of why you're just pushing through for the full 20 years? Do you think you would have done the full 20 without VRChat?
Honestly, I mean, like, not really. I mean, so one thing I will say, like, from the military aspect, and like, when I started playing VRChat and all that, it is one of the biggest things is it's a huge stress reliever, right? Military is a high stress thing. But yeah, so military is like, it's very high stressful job and all that. And honestly, like, when I started playing like VRChat, meeting more friends and all that, and like kind of like the stress levels went down. So I mean, I guess that's like my say on it. Like this, just stress wise, just went down. But it's
What about
been good.
what about you? How's your feelings changed from before VR to after VR, or were you pretty much in VR the whole time?
So I came in 2017, and the Oculus Quest 2 didn't come out until 2019. It was after I came back from
2019.
Germany. Yeah, so it was after I came back from Germany. Oh, hon, I didn't pre-order the shit. I went to Walmart and bought it like the day I figured I wanted it. So I was in for like 2 years before I got into like the VR stuff, and it wasn't bad. I was in Fort Stewart, Georgia at the time. It was pretty fun. I went to Savannah, Georgia a lot.
Hometown.
Yeah, I went to Savannah a lot when I was there, just partying and having a good time with friends. But eventually, I was like, you know what? I've been wanting VRChat for a while, so I wanted to go get the headset. And ever since then, I've been living it up. It does help you connect with people around the world a lot easier. I will say this, because the way the Army has been going lately, it hasn't felt like a community anymore. You go home, like you go to work and you come home and you don't talk to anyone ever. It's just how it is sometimes, and it sucks. And in Georgia, I would talk to I would have like barracks parties and shit all the time because I was a private. I was an enlisted soldier with not an NCO at the time. But once you hit the NCO rank, people don't want to hang out with you, and you're not allowed to hang out with like younger soldiers because it's called fraternization. It's illegal.
Right, yeah.
And the NCOs that I do have, they're not the people I would normally hang out with. So I tend to. I was very. What's the word I'm looking for?
You stifled.
Reserved. Not reserved. Not reserved. I was very not antisocial either. I was just very shut off from everybody because I just didn't want to deal with it. Conservative. I guess you can say conservative. That's the word. Withdrawn. So, yeah, coming into here was like, hey, I found like actual friends because I don't like the bar scene. That's all they have here in Kansas, and I don't really and I don't like going to Kansas City, which is like 2 hours away from me. It's like. No, it's rough. There's not a whole lot to do around here. So I'm like, well, I have my best friends on here, like Twitchy and Caleb and all of them. So,
and then also, I would probably be willing to say, so you're obviously never, especially you're not on the same base you were when you started. You've probably been on a handful of different bases now, right?
So I've been to like 6.
You transfer all around the place and end up like you make friends at one base and then you're shipped off to another base, right? So you lose those friends. You don't really see them for years again. But when it comes to VRChat and being able to have a social life, like this was the big reason I wanted to talk about this and how VRChat allows you to continue to have that social life with the same group of people and actually keep up with them. And even other people that are in the military. Well, you're in instead of just shipped off to a new base, got to start all over. It's like shipping off to a new school. If you were like like when you were, if you transferred schools, you lost all your friends.
You got to make
never saw them again.
You have to socialize. You have to actually understand how the system works. Like an entirely new environment and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
I like the general perspective on that one too.
Yeah,
I mean, I was the military brat. I did hop around. So I used to tell the people this story. So I went from Georgia to Germany, to Germany to Louisiana to Alabama, to Georgia, and then back around again. That was me hopping from base to base to base. But like for me, I feel like in a way like it wasn't lonely at all. In fact, if anything, it was definitely like it was fun being the new kid at every school. And since oftentimes what happens when you're in a class, you may be there for 1 or 2 years or 3 years. A lot of the students that were there too are also coming in and leaving and also being, their chance of being the new student. That was the environment, and that was during like the Desert Storm stuff back in the day. So when I when you were talking about like when you were it's how that separation you have from like your colleagues or your peers that are lower and you can't fraternize with them. I also feel like that's almost a generation thing too, because when I was in,
enjoy your dinner.
When I was in, we talked to a lot of. I talked to a lot of people IRL. They would come to my room. We would have this thing called day room takeover. We would all just hang out in there, drink legal drinks, as far as they knew, and just have a jam. What I noticed is that like when I got into VRChat for my first time was I got a lot of that feeling because I started becoming like more adult, and you don't hang around with people as a civilian either. You just gotta go to work, you go home, you go to work and you go home, and maybe you'll go out and see if you can meet people, but most time you don't. So you just go to work and go home. And VRChat was kind of like, you know, that feeling that I had when I was back in like, you know, the first like, you know, E1, E2, E3 days, and you actually could like talk to people a little bit more candidly than, you know, trying to be you know, all nice and stuffy. So yeah, that's what I got for that.
Yeah.
Can I share my point on it too, if that's okay?
Yeah, go for it.
So I joined 2 years ago. Obviously, as a Civ, I wasn't RTC by that point. Now I am in RTC. So it's a bit different. As a Civ, it's just very chill. Like everyone's your friend. You know, you don't worry about anything. Just live your life. It's all good, and it's hunky dory. But now I was a cadet, where it's like no one around me likes the military. Not my family, not my friends, anything. It's really lonely. So all I have is VRChat, ready to make friends. And I meet other people like you guys who are in the military, or the retired or current. And it's cool to make military friends because you guys understand and can teach me things and, you know, help me learn about being a proper officer one day. But civs are like, oh, you must kill kids, or you must hate your life, or you must be a Trump supporter. I'm like, none of those things are true. I don't shoot kids. I don't support Trump. I'm not a retard. Like, I'm an okay person. And people don't get that. And I think just having VRChat lets me have friends outside of, you know.
The conversation's changed so much because none of that existed back in the day. Like none of that you would be accused of, and like, you know, you hate this, hate that. Coming off the 9/11, like, oh, you're heroes, you're nice, thank you, and we got a lot more of that. Where I think a lot, you know, for some random reason, it's just so fun to criticize people for whatever.
Yeah, and as an example,
it's cancel culture.
In my college, I am the only cadet in my entire college. I am the single cadet in my entire college. It is lonely as hell, and people don't like it.
Wow!
My child is
wow!
Yeah. Late.
That is.
I will tell you straight up.
Insane.
Whenever I decide to actually go to college,
I'm gonna let you think on that.
You know, like the scene out of what was it, Endgame, with Thor being all fat and has a beard, and they're like in their meeting, and he's just leaning back.
Bro, that's like the definition of what I want to be like when I'm like 40.
Yeah, that's gonna be me when I'm in college. I'm just gonna be leaning back with a beer in my hand.
Hell yeah, man. Because yeah, man. Live through the worst of what human beings can throw at us. So, like, what else can we do?
Do not jinx it. Do not jinx it. World War V will strike.
3.
5? We haven't even got to number 3.
Yeah, for some reason that happened, I guarantee
it.
It's
so powerful, it skips over the other two.
Damn, I guarantee it's going to happen like any day now. I swear to God.
I think what he's trying to say is that right now we're not in the midst.
So,
sorry, go ahead, Turtle.
World War III, you know, if that happens and the military is like, fuck, we need people, I already know I'm one of the first people that it's going to get a fucking call.
They already got you on standby.
Because, yeah, I'm technically, because I signed the paperwork and I swore in,
I'm working with them already.
The military technically has the right to come and grab me and force me in. I think for another.
Actually, it depends.
Year.
How long for another year? So was it like a 4-year contract?
I think it's it would have been a 4-year.
That's pretty normal.
Even no matter what your contract is, actually I didn't actually get to join because of the limes, but no matter what your contract is, when you sign saying you are going to join the military and then you become unable to for one reason or another, or they release you from joining, you're still on a list of the first people to be brought back if they need it. And
like I'm on my third contract, man.
And
I'm on my
4 years.
fucking third ass contract right now.
How long have you been in?
About to be 7 come next month. 7 years.
Yeah. Are you going for a full 20?
Man, it's up in the air. It's up in the air because, like, I don't know. Like, I see how everything's going. I'm like, do I really want to be in the military when shit hits the fan?
The reclass to the Space Force.
Probably not.
It's one of those
probably
you
not.
Moments. Do I want to be here for the next 3 years?
So I'm a sergeant right now, right? I'm an E5 in the Army. I should have been E6 by now. I just been kind of just like, I don't give a fuck. And like, what's weird was that I took over an E6 position for like a few months, like maybe like 5 months, right? I took it over for
Damn,
5
I've been in that
months.
boat for the past like 3 years.
And I was like, this shit isn't worth it, man. It's just not worth. I could be making so much more money doing anything else, and I wouldn't be being shit on every fucking day at my job.
Yeah.
So,
See but if you go for the full 20 though, then you're getting paid to just do nothing, and you can go do another job and live life.
And I know, and
just enjoy it more. So yeah.
Well, and that's the issue I'm running into, right? Do I constantly want to do this for 13 more years and just constantly get shit on, constantly have issues, constantly have family issues that I run into, not having time for anything else other than my fucking job? Or do I actually want to live for like my family and the family I'm trying to build with my girl right now?
The risk you're putting yourself in, is that worth it?
Exactly, and I just don't see it worth it, especially since World War III is about to pop off. I don't see it being
China
worth
and
it
Taiwan.
anymore.
Oh boy.
China, Taiwan,
So
Ukraine, Russia.
So I have about
It's
3 more
more so
years.
the China-Taiwan. That's what will get us into war.
China,
will
Taiwan
get
is
out.
absolutely going to be.
So I will get out on my 10-year mark, and I'll be like,
yeah, I heard they
shit isn't worth it.
Didn't they change something recently? Where if you do
12
10 years, you get a. Oh, I thought it was 10 years. You get a certain portion.
Wait, 12 for what?
Oh
if
my
you get out,
god.
then and then like 15, you get 70% or something.
Okay,
I know
so
there's some
that
like
stuff.
tiers.
Okay,
to
no, I was
for the
okay. So,
pension.
okay, I'm an old motherfucker. I'm an old
Yeah,
motherfucker,
I was
man.
in
I've
the
been in
full
for a while, and I was in the old retirement package.
Yup.
Which is?
I didn't get the new retirement package.
Ooh.
The old system is you
There's a
gotta
new
do
one?
20 years to get your pension.
Yeah, and I didn't.
Damn,
do it.
okay, so what's the new one?
The new one
new
that
one,
you'll
it's
get
like-
then. Yeah.
The new one's like a
Yeah,
fucking...
he's getting the new one. I have the old one.
It's a
I'm
tiered
25,
system,
man.
where you.
I'm on the
I
old
know
one,
enough
but I'm
about
not
it.
a full 20. I'm not on the new one.
I know
really
enough
got
about it. I
the
don't know the
first half.
exact year marks, but there's tiers
I
to
think
it.
you
If
would
you
like
spend
it.
so many years in
Yeah.
and you get out, you'll
Fortunately, I had
get
to
a
run
certain
taxes,
percentage
and
of what
I'm
your
still on
pension
call
would
for
be
the other two.
as your monthly pension.
Oh.
Actually, that's why I
Right?
did leave
And
for.
if
I
you
was
do the
on
full
call.
20, you
cool,
get
actually.
the full pension. So you don't have
But
to
this is why I
spend
invest in
full 20
stocks.
years, and basically you still get a pension out of it if you put in 10, 15 years of time.
To stay awake.
No, this is
Okay,
this is the reason why.
20 to get that pension, so...
It's just her.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna be doing.
Shit out
So,
for
so like, I
living.
got grandfathered into the old one. I was like, fuck it, whatever. But see, this is why I have a stockbroker. He makes me a lot of money.
I might do like 10. Reclass the space
Got to
force and
invest
call it
money
a
to
day.
make money, baby.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah. Oh, hey, I will say this: if you guys have money in McDonald's,
Do, like,
take your
4
stocks
years
for
of officer in the
McDonald's because
army,
that shit
reclass the Space Force,
skyrocketed ever since Cosmics has been a thing.
Yes, I want to try that so bad.
It's in what is it? Chicago? No, what is it? Illinois? Is it Illinois right
It's
now?
not where I live, and that pisses me off.
I own stocks.
It looks
in
so
Coke
good.
And Google.
Does.
So that would have went up too because of Cosmics.
Yeah. My stocks, I put like $300 in, and it's like $500 now, and that's not
Yeah, it's
including
really
my
good.
IRA.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
at
so
like
so
2,500.
my family stockbroker, this guy's is a friend of the family. He used to work for Edward Jones, and I gave him what $1,500 the first year. He doubled it in 1 year. He doubled it
Yeah, I
in
can
1
see
year.
that.
That's how good he is. So I give him $50 a month,
That's good.
and that's just gonna be. I swear to God, I'm gonna be a millionaire in like 30, 40 years. I guarantee it. If he keeps doing his job like he does.
At that point, then, what's the point of staying in the army or whichever branch of the military you're in? I was
Army,
not
yeah.
here for the first half.
Well, I mean, I'll be out. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be out by the time I get my money back from my stocks. But like, I'm still gonna be working. You know.
Yeah, so like let's talk about this a little. So relationships, and specifically like partners and being in the military.
Oh, thank God I have this.
Has VRChat helped with that?
Well, yes. That's how I met my fiance.
Hell yeah.
I met my fiance on this fucking game, dude. Fuck yeah, it's helped.
What about you, Joe?
It helps. Yeah. It helps.
Okay.
I met some ladies, but
especially like him. Especially like him when you meet them in the game, like on the game. You know.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
so,
I do
I
have a
think
question. I have a question related to that, actually, Turtle. Because this was told to me. So years ago, I had a buddy of mine. He was a drill sergeant at a fort in my home state. Oklahoma. Fort, you know what? Fuck it, Fort Sill. That's where he works. But I'm assuming that was back in 2008. But he was a drill sergeant there, and
he's probably retired by now. Honestly,
he's probably retired. But he told me, he said, that women enlisted absolutely love civilian men, and vice versa. Could you verify this is true?
Oh no, that's fucking That's true. That is true. Like, that's true. Like, enlisted women like civilians, and civilian women like military men. And it's
that's
I don't
bullshit.
Get the science between it.
That's bullshit.
I have
a question.
That shit.
Wait, I say it vouches.
Xavian, you and Joe, barracks bunnies. Any experiences?
Oh my God!
Yes.
You did not bring up the damn barrack bunny.
Who's your baloney Bob?
Okay, hold on. So this barracks bunny was actually an enlisted soldier.
You did not just say the word
Oh,
barracks
no.
bunny in my presence.
Oh no!
They did.
She was
Well,
she was
usually
crazy.
how it goes.
Granted.
And she got a CAG. Stay back.
Granted, I had the first round, so I didn't have any issues.
Does your girl know
Yeah,
that?
that was fine. Who?
Does your girl?
Dude, she knows everything about me.
Okay.
Oh damn. Okay.
Joe, any experiences with barracks bunnies?
I didn't
Witness
fuck
some?
with that shit, but I have some funny ass stories of some of my boys who have.
Oh boy.
I'm all ears.
Bro, well, one of them, the man got fucking NJP'd because of it.
Whoa, are you serious?
No, because the barracks bunny said that she raped him. Well, that he raped her.
Oh my God.
That shit went
What a
downhill.
horror.
It's over.
What a
It's
fucking
over.
bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is...
Another one. One of my boys, he's waiting for his turn. So this motherfucker takes his phone, slides underneath the door, and just to get his camera so he can see what's going on.
No. No. That is
He
vile.
literally slides it underneath it.
That is genuinely vile.
Oh my
Nah,
God.
bro.
brave,
I knew
Taking
who the
notes
Bears
right
bunny
now.
was, bro.
Okay,
Like,
slide phone under door. Got it.
Oh,
All right.
I don't have to go that far now.
When I was
Yeah, I
looking
need to
at
tell you a
fucking
story.
Camp Lejeune, dude, that shit.
He's
dude,
excited.
That Bears bunny, dude, they tried with me. I was like, get the fuck away from me, skank.
Okay,
Go for it.
So I was in Germany, and I was working patrol that night. I was working as my MP duties, that night. We get a call for a fucking fight in the barracks. Okay.
Those are always fun.
Now. The story was that one of the guys beat the other dude because he was fucking the other person.
Yeah. Should we just
That
say-
was
say
fucking
before I
him.
leave? Gentlemen, I have to go sleep. I got PT in the morning. 0550. Sorry to interrupt.
I do too. Oh yeah, well, really early PT session. Shit.
I get up at
Fairly
04
well,
every day.
sorry, I missed a good chunk of all this.
Thank you for your service, brother.
Things will be
I know that feeling.
I mean, I didn't serve much, but
The
things, I
early
guess.
days.
Your future service.
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
I'm
So
technically not
what's
even
going
also
on,
not- I'm
right?
a gray area.
What is
But
that?
yeah.
You can watch the rest of the podcast tomorrow because it'll be up on YouTube. I can send you the link if you want to watch the last 45 minutes of it or whatever after you left.
Sure. Sounds good. I'll be happy to watch.
I will be doing.
I'm sure you'll hear some fun shit.
I will.
See ya.
Good luck. Good luck. Don't die. Stay
Thanks, Marine.
hydrated.
Enjoy your rest.
Yep.
I will drink water and eat chicken. Like I promised that.
DJ.
Eat lots of chicken.
Hands.
Reach the top of that
Hey,
mountain.
before you go, DJ, one last question, because I actually was going to ask this question to everybody. What's your favorite MRE?
Haven't had one yet. Just a cadet. Cadet's
Cheese tortellini. The cheese tortellini. It's my favorite one.
I've had a lot of the MREs.
That or the sausage patty. That or sausage
first
patty.
deployment
Pretty
in
good.
the summer.
Chicken noodle
Active duty. But yeah.
or
If they still
chili
have
mac.
it, what's your opinion on the wheat snack bread?
See ya.
then?
That's actually
I cracked my tooth on it a long
Yeah,
time
that
ago.
seems to be universal. No one in the military likes the wheat snack bread.
Nobody likes it, dude. I don't know why they have it.
It's fucking
I
disgusting.
cracked my tooth.
Nice.
And I was told the chili mac
literally.
was like the one that everybody
Okay,
wants.
so let me.
Dude, chili
Okay,
mac
so let me continue my
is
story
fucking
here.
Fire. I love chili mac.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
I was
Chili mac
told
is
like
pretty
that
good.
was like that. They
Yeah,
use
let's
that
get
shit
back
as
to the
currency.
Oh, yeah,
That's-
100%.
We use
He
everything-
was-
we
Okay,
use
so let me continue my
everything in
story.
MRE as currency.
In Germany.
He was in the middle of a story, so
Before we
let's
dive
continue
too
that.
deep into MREs,
Okay,
let the man finish
so
the story.
there was apparently two guys fucking this one chick. That chick was a barracks buddy in Germany, but she was like enlisted as well. So this motherfucker breaks into this other dude's room while he's fucking the barracks buddy, pulls her off of him and starts beating him while he's naked. So like, and then we get called. And, like getting assault charges and shit brought up on this one motherfucker because he's fucking another dude's girl, but the girl is like a fucking barracks bunny. Dude, it was all fucked. Dude, Germany was a fucking hell of a show.
Man.
Oh my god. Oh,
I had
and then on
something,
top of that,
I can imagine.
like a month later, we get a call down to like downtown Kaiserslautern, getting dressed up in all these fucking like riot gear, ready to go fight 200 fucking people in a goddamn college campus.
I had like
Dude,
a
Germany is
similar story.
insane.
I had like
Dude,
a similar
Germany's
story in the
insane.
fact of let's just say I was knocked I was fucking passed the fuck out. My roommate man was slaying that poo-tang. I randomly woke up one night. I just randomly woke up because I had to take the biggest piss of my life. I was putting the PSI into pissing. I just hear the clapping of cheeks, and I look
Oh
over at
shit.
him, seeing him clapping them cheeks. I gave him the thumbs up, went to the bathroom, and went straight back to sleep, bro.
Jesus.
Military's wild.
I will say
military
this:
is
deployment's weird. Deployments are weird when it comes to having like
Oh yeah,
relationships.
dude. One of my boys, this motherfucker was out in town. Like this is, yeah. He was out in town on one of his deployments in Korea.
Ooh, Korea gets crazy.
Korea is wild, bro. I'll tell you that.
Korea is wild,
But
100%.
Germany is insane. Korea's
Juicy
crazy.
girls.
How many places are like this?
A lot more than I would like to
A
admit.
lot. I mean, Japan. So you got Japan, you got Korea, you got Germany, and then you got Florida. I guess no, not Florida. Georgia, like Fort Stewart, Georgia, gets pretty wild
Florida,
if you go down to
Jurassic
Savannah on the weekends.
Wait, eventually you got to talk about this for
You got all those college women down there. You got all those fucking bars. It's just fucking it's so great.
You gotta tell me about Fort Stewart because that's my hometown. I remember like growing up as a kid there, and it's normal for a shootout to happen at the party. Like, is it that type of crazy?
Okay, no, that doesn't happen anymore. That doesn't happen anymore.
That doesn't happen
Oh,
anymore.
man.
No,
Nah, but like,
Okay.
yeah.
it's calmed down over the years.
Back to like the story I was going with, bro. So his deployment to Korea goes out in town, right?
Yeah.
You know, so he finds that the one girl in the corner who you know, obviously they're there for the money.
The juicy girls.
Typically, Yeah. Typically, you're the one who buys like the hotel room, right? No, this man was a savage and had her buy the hotel room to fuck her.
Motherfucker! Woo!
Oh my
He's
God.
a fucking savage.
Bro told me that story. I was like, dude, makes sense. It checks out from what your personnel. Yeah. That shit was
100%, dude.
bro.
If you know it's gonna be a one night stand, and you know that's the chick who always wants to fuck the dude,
I ain't paying.
have her
shit.
buy that
They're
shit.
Paying for it.
Hell yeah.
God damn.
Because you know they have the money because guys have paid for it in the past, so you know what, she has the fucking money for it. So it's like too fucking easy.
Oh yeah.
100%. That man read the playbook and he played the right fucking cards. I guarantee it.
So how often are you guys able to get on the internet? I'm assuming it changes when you're deployed, but like, are you able to get on VR pretty much every night?
Yeah, every night, unless I'm like fucking like in the field.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah. So, let's just say this: military is like any other job, right? You have, for me, it's like fucking usually 0:05 to like fucking 1600 or 4 p.m. That's usually my work hours, and then after that, whatever the fuck I want to do.
You have better work hours than I do. Jesus.
So yeah, usually I typically get on obviously not on VR every day. I usually get on VR like weekends usually. But internet wise, I'm usually on like every day.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, shit. So I'm assuming both of you have been in long enough that you're not in barracks anymore. Are you in your
No, I live in my own apartment
sort of thing?
My own place.
And I live in my own apartment.
On base or off base?
Off base. Fuck being on base.
Yeah, so you're probably pocketing extra money on top for having cheap rent somewhere, roommates maybe.
So I spend $900 a month on my apartment just by myself. I have a 2-bedroom apartment. I live it up.
Jesus.
I have a whole fucking office it's like set up just for VR, dude. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, shit. If I was gonna do it, I was gonna end up fucking doing whatever I could to share a place, like get like a 3 to 5 bedroom place and share fucking rooms with people.
Fuck roommates. I don't give a fuck about roommates. I want to have my own fucking place.
But the extra fucking money that you would have, like an extra like $700 a month in your pocket for doing that.
Who cares about money? Who the fuck cares about money?
Okay, I mean, technically, the military still pays for the housing.
Don't know what you got, telescope.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I will say this. I put in the save. Okay, I have an extra like $1,000 every month. I don't touch. I have $1,000 I don't touch every month.
Wow.
I get paid $4K a month.
I was gonna be screwing myself by joining because
I don't touch $1,000 of it.
If I actually joined, I would have been screwing myself because I own a duplex already, and I would have been stuck paying for maintenance and shit on it for someone else to come do it and all that type of shit when I'm gone.
You could
have
rent it
also
out.
still been paying for itself. Well, it is rented out, and I mean I have a roommate. Sobe was my co-host who disappeared again because he likes to do that. He
went for a smoke.
He went for a smoke, took my dog out with him, came back inside, and then he left the world after he put my dog back in my room. So yeah, that's another thing that I was gonna be leaving behind: my turtle and my my dog. So that, yeah.
Oh wait, is that why you call yourself Turtle? Is it because you have a little turtle? That's cute.
I have 6 turtles.
Oh, that's adorable.
I got them after the limes. I got the rest of them after that.
Work call. I gotta jump.
Remember, turtles are just as scary as any other creature. They will eat a body.
Oh shit.
Okay, so someone in my chat, Moon the Raccoon, was questioning something, and I think you guys should be able to clear this up because I don't believe this is correct. They were asking, do they really charge you guys rent while on base? And the answer to that is no, right? On base, they don't charge you rent.
Like they still
They
do,
do.
but again, like even living off base, military still pays a majority of it. There's a thing called BAH, which is basic housing allowance that you get.
Yep.
And that's pretty much what pays rent right there. It's just that. And like BAH is calculated via like what area you live in, right? Like if you have a area that's higher fucking taxes or like for like rent and all
California,
that.
God forbid.
Yeah, like your BAH is gonna be higher and all that. So like technically BAH is what pays, I guess, your rent. So technically you're paying because it still goes to you. Like the money still goes
But
to
it
you,
just gets
so technically
deducted
you're
right
still
away.
paying for the rent. But yeah.
But
Yes.
if you're
So
on base, though,
I can.
if I understand it
take
correctly,
everything.
if you're on base, they pay you this amount and then they take it away right away. So just
Yes.
you don't get
So
it.
Pretty much.
So it's because
They-
they
they-
pay
they-
a contracted company. That's why the contracted company
Yeah.
takes everything.
When I was
Well,
there,
you don't
I
have to pay
lived
for
on base.
electricity,
It was
water,
base.
or your rent. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, Moon says, I
Okay,
assume they take
but
care
I
of
can-
y'all.
They
Yes.
do. I mean, even when you're on base, you have to eat in the mess hall, sort of shit.
You
for
don't
the most
have
part,
to.
right?
You don't have to.
Okay,
You have freedom.
especially as
Freedom
an MP,
McDonald's.
I will give you the life of an MP, right?
So let me ask this stuff first. So I thought when I was researching joining the Air Force, when I was trying to do that, what I heard, at least what I read, was that if you're living in the barracks, not maybe on base, but in the barracks, then you're basically given a credit for the on base food options.
Yeah.
But
And
they
if
take
you
it out of your
decide to
paycheck
eat-
regardless.
Exactly. So if you
Yeah,
don't
it's not-
use it,
So you
then
thought it
it's
was
a waste.
you thought it was mandatory to eat in the mess hall?
It's not mandatory. I mean,
No, it's
No,
not
it's
mandatory,
like-
but
like
you're
the
paying for it.
cafeteria.
They don't.
Take it.
No, that's what I was asking.
Let me
is
say
if
this
what
though.
you thought.
It's not mandatory. You don't have to, but they're paying
paying for
you
it.
and then taking it out right away. So you're paying
Oh, it's
for
an
it.
option.
You don't get that
Okay.
money. But when you move off base, then they give you that amount in your pocket because you're going to be eating meals
Yep.
off base. And then
Yes.
if you eat on base, you
Yeah.
have to pay for it there too.
And that also
Yes.
falls under the BAH.
And I will, yes, and I will give you a MP side of what all that is like too. So instead of taking away our money for the mess hall, they don't take away the money and then they give us an extra $300.
Yeah.
Because we can't eat during mess hall hours because we're on the road. We're working weird hours. So we get I get paid so much more money just by being an MP. It's crazy.
This is
It's
the
so
part I
great.
don't think I remember.
Yeah, so-
I just remember going in and it's not having to pay for food. Like I just went in there and grabbed food.
So yeah, but that's why you check your LES. That's why you check your leave and earning statements because they do take it out.
So then,
They take it out. Yeah.
But you don't know.
There's no card you swipe or anything like that. You just went in.
Yeah,
grab a sandwich,
you put your
grab a
tack,
sandwich,
you put your
leave.
tack in,
Yeah.
you put your pin in. It's like, oh hey, there
So
you
Moon-
go. Okay, cool.
Moon just made another good point
Yeah.
here. And this is kind of what I've been getting at and questioning and want your guys' input on this. So she says it seems better to live off base then. And I would say, yes, it
100%.
would be because
Yes.
you get all the money in your pocket. You get to choose what you eat. You get to choose a house to live in.
Yep.
And if you are
Yep.
paying less rent for that house, then they're paying you. You actually pocket extra money tax free.
Yes,
On top
but
of
there
less
are
restrictions.
exceptions. But
Yeah,
there are
and that
exceptions.
also- That also only goes
Like people
for
who have
in the
family.
U.S.
And they also lock into
family,
like,
you
your
get paid more
location,
anyway.
too.
Yes, but people who have family, like let's say they have a wife and kids, right? They want to live on. Some people like to live on base because it's more accessible. They have more rooms to their house or whatever. They actually get an entire house to themselves.
Yeah, that was.
But
me
that's
when
the
I was
trade-off that
married.
each person
Yeah.
has to decide on. But,
Exactly.
like, but if it was like a single person, oh fuck yeah, live
Yeah.
off base as soon as you possibly can, pocket that difference, have roommates, and you'll make so much more money and be able to just flaunt it everywhere. But that only goes for if you're in a U.S. soil base. If you're in another country's base and you live off-site, you have to set it up through shit, and the government or the military just pays the landlord directly, and you don't ever see that money.
Yes. So on top of that, so while being in the state, right, I live like 2 blocks away from my lieutenant. Him and me live in the same area.
Oh no.
Granted, our apartments are like goddamn near exact the same, but like, yeah, I live 2 blocks away from my lieutenant right now.
I mean, if I lived in a town that had a base, I'd be fucking buying up apartments and setting shit up.
100%, dude.
Because
100%.
oh boy,
Come to Manhattan, Kansas, buy the apartment you want, live it up. Telling you right now, easy money. Or even Junction City. Junction City is easy too. But Manhattan, but Manhattan, Kansas is like right next door. Is like it houses Kansas State University. So you're also getting.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
So you're getting university kids as well. So
I've
there
actually
you go.
been to Manhattan, Kansas. I was actually in Manhattan, Kansas over a decade ago. Me and my band, we were actually performing a show with Goat Whore. And we were performing. Yeah. We were actually performing. Yeah. We were performing on stage with Goat Whore at a local tavern in Manhattan, Kansas that night.
Well, if you ever come back in I'll be
2014.
more than happy to take you out to Tallgrass. Tallgrass is a great bar here.
Oh, dude, the one place we had to hit up is Spangles. Like, I
Oh,
told my
fuck yeah,
singer
Spangles
about
is
it.
awesome.
If fucking Spangles has the best fucking burgers I've ever had.
Bengals is awesome.
God.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, so another thing I really want to make sure we touch on here. DJ had to leave, but he's going to watch the stream later. So this is more for him than and anyone else going into the military or thinking of going into the military. What do you guys that have been through it all, what recommendations or suggestions do you have for those people?
Oh, what, me to go?
It can be as simple as don't fucking do it.
Okay, no,
I mean,
no. Okay,
Let's let the old man go first.
Okay.
Let's let the one who's retired.
You go first.
Oh, okay. So
who's out? We'll let him go first.
One thing I think I want to say as advice for the people who are still in, I want to hit them off there because I think this is something though. When the time is like up and it's ready and you have to head out, you're leaving the job, you're going back into the real world with just the experience of what you have been doing. It doesn't convert very well. I say don't fear it. Really embrace the change, and I think that those are the people who make it best when you get back into the civilian life. It's about building on what you learn from your personality while you're in to really hone in on that, and then really becoming a better person because you're better for it. And that's one thing I just want to push out to a lot of people after they get in. For people who are looking to get in, I'll say embrace not knowing what's going to happen. Be ready for a big change in your life. You've been a child in many ways, and you won't know until you get into how you become a man or a woman in multiple different ways. But yeah, just embrace the change. Be aware of it. Be ready. And that's I'll make it very simple. That's mine. And who else would like to go?
I'd like to say, when you get into the military, right? When you get into the military, you make your career, no one else does. So in that part, it's on you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you're in, it's a team effort, not just you. Like, you got to rely on your brothers and sisters to the left and right of you to actually get things done. And, also, like, going off what he said, don't be afraid to take steps. Like when you're in, don't be afraid to take up like leadership roles. Don't be afraid to fucking be like a go-getter. Like, sometimes it's frowned upon, right? It's like, oh, he's just
the
thinking they
officers
can get
people
ranked.
could actually depend on.
Yeah, but don't be afraid to like get uncomfortable. because you are definitely going to be uncomfortable in the military. So don't be afraid to get uncomfortable and take up like shit. I was a lance corporal and I was already taking up leadership roles that sergeants do. Stuff like that.
Prepare to be answer questions you don't know, and they know you don't know. But how you answer will make the difference.
It's all about that confidence.
Take risks.
So,
I'm
gonna say
it's a lot.
Is join the military. Do one contract. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes, it's going to suck. That's life. Like, welcome to the real world. The military sucks for a reason. It's because we are here to fight the nation's battles and win the nation's wars. It's not. We're not meant to be life of luxury, right? We're here to do what is right because nobody else will. When you get in, right? Take like a first, like after basic training and after your AIT, come to your first duty station, learn how the ropes go, like maybe every maybe 2 or 3 months, and then become a board baby. Become a board baby. Go to those boards every month. Become soldier of the month. Become soldier of the quarter. Become soldier of the year. Because that will make your career 100%. You will rank up so fast, it's not even fucking funny.
You know, you get stars in class. Military it takes seriously. It actually does work. A lot of stuff on the civilian wise doesn't happen, but yeah, you can count your lucky stars in the military. That's a real thing. You can actually build
Absolutely.
off of it.
Also, I've been hearing stories about Fort Polk, so I guess pray to God you don't get sent there.
I've been to Fort Polk. Oh my God! Yeah.
Hopefully you don't get sent to 29 Palms either. I mean,
I've heard things about that one. Hang on.
I was born and raised outside of Fort Bragg. Fort Bragg's pretty shit.
Fort Bragg
okay.
Sucks too.
Oh, I know Fort Bragg. Yeah.
Yeah, but 100%. Just make sure that you work on your own career. Yes, have friends, have fun, but at the end of the day, do what you think is best. I was never a barracks baby or a board baby. I was never a board baby. And do I regret it? Not really. I was never one of those people who like to sit up in front of higher ups and just spout off regulations and stuff. I never liked that. I'm a person who likes to show my competencies through the way I work.
Actions.
My actions speak louder than words, 100%. Which, I mean, okay, cool. Granted, I became an NCO. You are 100%. You earn NCO. You earn the non-commissioned officer rank. It's hard.
Oh,
is it?
Not in the Marine Corps.
Don't die and you'll get it.
Like 100%. You have to show that you want it and then you earned it, and then how about you? You have to get the promotion points to even get up there. Nowadays, you have to have college to even get fucking sergeant in the Army.
So, Joe,
raise that bar higher, I guess.
In the Marines, wild. Is it just as simple as don't die and you'll get ranked up real quick?
So I mean, okay. So obviously, like, for the Marine Corps, you're guaranteed to hit E3. You're guaranteed to get Lance Corporal. NCO,
same with the Army,
hand,
E4.
Like, you're not guaranteed to get corporal.
You
but
earn that shit.
Whatever it is.
You actually have to earn it.
Yeah.
And I mean, most people will get out as corporals, right? You're not many that you'll see that end off their career, like their first 4-year contract as a lance. It's not too common that you get terminal lances. Yes, that's a thing. There are terminal lances. But yeah, like once you, and like going from corporal to sergeant, that's where like it really is like, it's not easy. Because obviously when you hit corporal, yeah, you're kind of like, you're a leader, right? You are up to a squad leader, right? When you hit sergeant, I've been through so many different billets, and like I have like right now I'm a platoon sergeant, but I do like a lot of stuff with like companies and like company and battalion level things. It's there's a lot that goes into it. So, but yeah, like
I just thought of some other advice on there. There's something you said, and I think I just want to point because this works going civilian wise too. Find out what you need to do to get to the next level. Too many times we'll stay in the same level because we're not looking for anything. Like it's something you can ask. You can just talk to your boss. You can just talk to your manager. You can talk to your NCO. You can talk to somebody, and just if you don't know, find out quick. The faster the better, and then judge yourself on how you're approaching your goal. If you're not happy where you're at, that's one way to quickly change it. What do I need to do to get out of here? What do I need to do to step up? And that's how you get a promotion on the civilian side. That's how you get a rank up on the military side. It may not be easy, but it's gonna be just as hard for anybody else and harder for those who don't try.
One of the leadership principles of the Marine Corps is know yourself and seek self-improvement.
Yeah. Take it to heart.
So you can't be complacent to get the next level. You have to actually work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So I have something to say. Even though I've never been in the military, I did look at it once, and it's advice from my father because he was in the Navy. He was on a carrier. He wanted to move to a certain position. If you're looking to be in a certain position or a certain job, read the contracts carefully.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My understanding, the Air Force is pretty much the only branch that guarantees you when you sign, you are signing for a specific job. Whereas the other branches will say, yeah, we'll try to give you this job, but we can't guarantee it. The Air Force hires for specific jobs. I know the Air Force specifically, like the Air Force gives out to each district, this is the list of jobs your district is hiring for right now.
I mean, if that's an update and it's been over 10 years, like for me, literally, I mean, that may be something new. What I remember being going in is if for some reason they needed more people in, let's say, security forces, well, they're going to pull it from somewhere. I think they may have a better way of kind of categorizing their positions, but a need is a need. And if they got, troops coming in, it's like, well, we're just going to have to move the cutoff, especially for people who go in open general.
Yeah,
with the Air Force, at least, it's...
I heard that shit. No, the Army does it too.
That's how it is.
The Army does it too.
Yeah.
So for the Marine Corps, it's like it's the needs of the Corps. Obviously, you could give your input, like, you'll give them like your top 5 interests and like what MOS you want to get, right? But at the end of the day, it's like they need more infantrymen. Guess what? You're a rifleman.
Yeah.
You're an 0311. You're infantry.
But when it comes to the Air Force, though, everyone I've talked to in it, that's gone in recent times. You're echoing. Everyone that's gone in recent times, for the Air Force at least, and my recruiter and everyone I talked to, they were all very direct about, you sign for a specific job. You get that job unless you fail the classes in AIT. And that is like, if you fail those classes, then you get to pick something else, basically, or they just toss you wherever the fuck they need you. But the Air Force is the brains. Like, there's the smart fucking people. So they want people that have an interest in the job that they're taking, because they're going to be more willing to learn about it and understand it and want to know it better. So that's why the Air Force does it that way.
I want to throw a story of how it was that, okay, so during your basic training, it's like, they tell you it's 6 weeks. It's 7. I say 12 because I hurt my leg. No, 18 because I hurt my leg. So during the programmed week 5, your whole platoon of people are all marching into this building, and then that is when it's final for when your position is given to you. there's what you put in, there's what your interest is, and then when you're in, you're like, oh well, hopefully I get that position. That position is there. But it wasn't until you hit that 5th week till you actually get that position, like it's permanent. That's what it was for us. So if the new world's new, it's great. I remember walking into the building in that moment, finally, me knowing whether I'm going to be security forces or whether I'm going to go into dental was on the line.
Yeah. So the only thing that was up in the air when I was looking at joining was what base I'd go to. Every job had, certain jobs are only on certain bases, especially with the type of stuff I was going to go in for. So, like, I would have got to put my top 5 bases, and I wouldn't know where the fuck I'm going to go. I was highly likely to be in fucking South Korea, basically.
Yeah. So like with the Marine Corps, like especially when it comes to getting your MOS and all that. So with the Marine Corps, obviously you go through your boot camp, your 13 weeks of boot camp. You go through that, and then at the end of that, they'll like say what your MOS is, right? Like you whatever MOS, like if it could change during boot camp. They could change your MOS during boot camp.
Yeah.
Then after boot camp, you have to go to SOI, School of Infantry. There's either North Carolina or there's where I went, which was in Camp Pendleton. So School of Infantry there's 2 different schools of infantry. There's MCT, which is everyone who's not a grunt, everyone who's not infantry. And then you have ITB, which is Infantry Training Battalion. I went to Infantry Training Battalion because I was a grunt. So after, there's a thing called a split in ITB, which that's where, so you go basically, the first like month of ITB is what they do for MCT. Well, like every Marine goes through. And I was like, yeah, so like the basic infantry oriented, like rifleman oriented like training. Because every Marine is a rifleman. That is one of the mottos that we have. And once you hit the split, that's when, and I heard like also for MCT, like when you get to the end of MCT, they'll tell you again what MOS you're in, which again, that could also change due to the needs of the Marine Corps. And yeah, so like obviously like when I hit the split, I stayed as infantry and they put me as a 0331, which is machine gunner. So I went to the machine gunning school for my actual MOS school. So yeah, it's because the Marine Corps, we don't go straight from boot camp to the whatever our actual military occupation is. We go boot camp, infantry training, then your military occupation school.
I believe that's still saying Marines, like for Army.
Isn't the Marines from start to when you actually get your job and start your job, like the longest out of all the military branches?
Depends on
MOS. About, basic training.
Yeah, so technically, I mean, I guess you could say yeah, because obviously we have the longest basic, or we like to call it boot camp. We're different. So we have the longest boot camp because ours is 13 weeks. So, and then obviously after that, you have your infantry training, and then certain MOSs are, because like when I moved to be a mechanic, that schoolhouse was a 3-month-long schoolhouse.
Yeah.
But like different jobs have different lengths. Like cooks are probably there for like a year before they get sent to their first duty station, just at their MOS school, stuff like that. Yeah,
I was there for like 5 months for dental.
There's a supply job that is like their MOS school is like literally 2 weeks. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's depending on what job you have, like, is how long. Like, for me, I didn't hit my first unit until, like, let's see here, probably about a year into my first contract.
Nice. Okay, well, first unit. It's coming up on the 2-hour mark, so I think we're going to wrap it up here finally. we might come back onto this topic on a future podcast again, because this was really interesting, really fun. Might just make it a military stories podcast. Bring all you back and just let you tell your stories, and that's it.
I have 7 years worth of fucking stories to tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you have
we
7.
have
He has
stories.
like however many. Sure,
Yeah.
Davion's got some good ones. Vampy's dad's got some good ones. So yeah, we might just do that next week if you guys are interested. Again, same time
I
next
can
week.
tell you how crazy your moms were. Like all the moms. Oh my god, back then. That's what you guys were talking to.
Oh,
Yes,
don't
yes.
you start.
Let me
Anyway,
tell you about what
so-
we did in Ireland.
So next time. So thank you all for coming and talking and sharing your stories and experiences. It was real fun having you always. You know, Xavion's been here for almost every episode. This is the first time we've had you on, Joe, and you've been here a good handful of times. You just changed your name, so people might not know you anymore.
Yeah, that's my name.
My
Hi, I'm
perfect
Steve
attendance
Jig.
tarnished now. So
But let's go through what I do at the end of every podcast, because you guys are awesome. I want anyone that's interested in hearing more of you, seeing more of you, to know where they can find you. So if you stream, have social medias or anything where you share anything, go ahead and we'll start from this side and go ahead and share anything where people can find more of you.
Well, I do stream on Twitch. So it's twitch.tv/Joe vs. you. Literally my name. The O and Joe is a 0. I know. Fucking confusing. I'll probably honestly be streaming right after this, so
oh, perfect.
Yeah, I do stream. I could send you the link if you want to put in all that too. If you do like that
I'll
too.
get to that. Circuitry.
You can find me on any social platform: Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Even though I stopped streaming there, I am currently now on Rumble. So if you go to rumble.com and search Circuitry, you will find me there.
Okay. Xavion.
How's it going? You guys know I'm from on YouTube. Same name, Xavion TV. Twitch, I'm on Xavion TV. I might be streaming tonight if I'm lucky. Because I'm going to be doing POW tunes. POW World.
That's what I'm
let's go.
doing tonight. Let's go.
It's fucking good.
I need to play that yet.
It's
I've got
fun.
it downloaded and everything.
It is fun.
I need
It's really fun. Me and her have been playing it
Don't you dare leave me in
nonstop.
the dust.
Yep.
I'm trying to get my wife to get into it too.
I'm not trying.
But yes, that's pretty much where you can find me, Xavion TV. I have other links when you go to any one of those sources. And thank you if you do follow me.
Okay, and you two.
Hi, I'm Al Husker now, but I used to be Jigsaw. You can still see me. You can still find me on Jigsaw 50,000 on Twitch. I will be streaming a lot of Pal World with this one now.
Okay.
I'm Luna Silvermoon. Used to be a Silverfang19. I'm usually just on here with him, cuddling or playing games with friends, or trying to create avatars off on the side. So, okay.
Oh, that's a bot.
Ooh.
He didn't have any problem with that. You just accepted. I will smash the shit. That's fine.
100%.
Your face.
And Stealth. Go for it.
All right, y'all can find me at twitch.tv/StealthTheFox. It's a little bit more PG than that, and I am still very inconsistent in streaming right now. I am fighting like hell to try and get back on here because I miss everybody, even this fuck.
I believe you. You got it.
Okay, Tease. Is Tease alive? She's dead.
I don't think so. She passed out when I got back.
CPR.
No, she's been passed out. No, she's been dead.
Joe, get your ass out my face!
Everyone's asses are going in faces right now.
Not mine! I just planted firmly on this couch
I got
cushion. I'll have you know.
America's
Sweet
ass.
God.
all I heard was
Alright.
ass and
There was
face,
American's
and that's all I
ass.
heard.
You can find me on twitch.tv/SirBloodworth.
I have
Currently, I've
America's
only been
ass.
streaming these podcasts because I am also very inconsistent with my other streams. I really need to get back into it. I am very lazy and it's hard to get back into something once you quit it.
Like smoking.
I don't actually smoke. That's just. I'm pretty sure that's like a athletic asthma activity for me.
Turtle, before we officially
then,
sign off, my daughter would like to say goodnight. Am I allowed?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yes.
Let's hear the
Baby girl, can you
adorableness.
say bye?
Bye.
That's
Bye.
so adorable.
Okay. Anyway, so now my little bit. The prior name of the podcast was the Fuck It Shit Show, but it's not much of a shit show anymore. It's actually very structured and very well together. And I'd like to say
organized shit show.
Yeah, it is an organized shit show.
It is.
I mean,
an organized shit show.
literally, there was nothing that went wrong today. Everything just went amazingly. You guys are fucking awesome to have here. Topics like it's just there was nothing off topic today. Not a single minute off topic, which is
Welcome to being
insane.
professional for once. Look,
Yeah,
you know what's funny? It's because the military were involved. That's why.
I'm waiting for that one
Podcast. That's
episode
what you
where we can
had.
all geek out
It's a
about
military
space.
issued
I want to geek
podcast.
out about space. That's what I want to
Oh,
do.
yes.
I want to
Space
just
Force.
nerd
Get the
out
fuck
and
outta
just
here.
fucking talk about space.
Okay. Anyway, so
All right, here we go. Space Force.
I think pretty much all of you are in my Discord server. So if you have any suggestions for a future topic, there's also a link down below the video if you're watching this on YouTube. Go ahead and click the links, join the Discord, and give your suggestions for what topics we should talk about. We primarily stick to online and VR related things and how they tie into people's real lives, which is exactly why we talked about the military today, which was awesome. And I'm sure we'll end up touching back on the military again because that was amazing. But the podcast is now the Beyond Pixels
Yep, we haven't
podcast
finished
because we talk about things beyond the pixels, and that it just works. It fits really well. So that's the new name of the podcast. Every Tuesday and every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, we're here on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Turtle1, link below. And then it's uploaded on YouTube the next day. So if you want to watch it live, you can watch it live, or you can watch any of the prior podcasts over on YouTube and just see random topics we've talked about and how interesting or fun they've been. So thank you once again for all coming today and taking the time to talk about the military and your experience with it and how VRChat's helped with that. I mean, we definitely came to the consensus that VRChat did make it life easier in the military for sure, and the internet in general.
And I
for
also
sure.
want to say thank you for your service. Absolutely.
Yes.
We would not have we
Yeah.
would not
Thank you.
have we would not have a country without you.
Now
Yeah,
drop
so-
and give me 20.
Anyway,
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, hang on.
3.
Joe, you want to do some push-ups over here?
Do I want to do push-ups? If my tracking wasn't so shit, I would.
I can do it.
What
No,
about
I can do
sit-ups?
it. I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah,
Hold on. I can do it. Watch this.
Let's go, let's
just
go.
Come over here and do some push-ups.
What are you
doing here? That's jumping jacks.
Wait.
Wait.
Let me see if I can get this left foot to
I got
not be
this. I
stupid.
got this.
Joe, come on, you can do this, brother. I believe in you.
Oh, there we go.
No, I got this.
You just tell them drop and give me 20, and they go.
I got this.
He's going for it.
Oh, dead ass dropped. Look.
Okay, you ready?
Yep, go for it.
God.
Now
Okay.
this is going beyond the pixels. Down, up, down.
3, 4,
1,
5,
1,
6,
2, 3,
7,
2, 1, 2, 3,
9,
1,
10,
2, 3,
11,
1,
12,
2, 3.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Give me one more. There we go.
Hey.
20.
Goddamn.
And he
Wait,
continues.
Still going.